but a great night nonetheless. No precipitation. I think everybody was expecting some rain, possibly some snow showers, and somehow we have avoided that. It has stayed to the north and west of us, so we got a little reprieve from the snow tonight. Here come the Richard McHarg Cloggers. That is Richard on the back of the trailer that is actually doing the calling and playing the music for the Cloggers. So there you go. That's a long way to clog, I'll tell you that. That'll wear out a lot of metal on the taps. Cracker Jack Cloggers, Sugarfoot Cloggers, they're all there. Here's the Madison Middle Band following immediately behind them and their dance team. Madison Middle School Band and their dance team. There's the dance team on back of the Madison County Fire Department truck. The Panthers. By the way, for those of you that were worried about Judge Clark, whether he was going to make it down Lancaster Avenue and Main Street, he has just made it down here passing out candy. Get the paddles, yell clear. He's doing great. He's passing out candy for everyone. The folks at Time Warner Cable, the power of you. Time Warner Cable, part of the sponsors of tonight's telecast. We want to thank them for having us on Time Warner Cable Channel 5 here in Madison County. And also Jeff Moore and his staff from Something More Productions out of Winchester. There's the float from Time Warner Cable right there. I'd like to be sitting on that couch about right now. Got the fire going, got the TV going. Happy day. Nothing says home for the holidays like sitting at home watching football on cable. You can see everybody is decked out here tonight. Here's Madison County EMS. Now, I don't think the little truck has much of a chance of getting me in there. It's going to have to be an awfully small injury for me to get in that one. My tonsils wouldn't go in that. But there you go. Madison County Ambulance Service and the EMS. What great work they do here in Madison County. Here's the Madison County Detention Center and some of their employees going by as you see them. I like seeing them here on Main Street a lot better than I like seeing them all locked up on Saturday night. But Madison County Detention Center, I think this is the first time I've seen Ronnie and his staff down here as far as being in the parade. I've seen a lot of his staff here before, but as far as being in the parade, I don't believe I've seen them. Here comes the Madison County EMA and their theme of shelter in place. Okay, how many of you can find that box in your house that's got the big sheets of plastic and the duct tape and the scissors? How many of you can actually locate that in your house without having some kind of GPS? Madison County CSEP and the EMA folks, they do wonderful work. Great stuff. And fire safety from Eastern Kentucky University and their Science Tech Department. Fire and Safety, Engineering, and Technology. They're always in the parade, passing out a lot of candy, and a lot of their firemen. And Ron Hopkins driving the truck tonight. A lot of their firemen passing out candy. There's the Madison County Rescue Squad. Hey, Bob Blythe has made his way here. Here's the Madison County Rescue Squad right there. Robert Blythe looking dapper as usual. Got his fedora on, looking sporty. Here you go. Here's your headsets, Robert.
Thank you, my friend.
Here we go.
I got a piece of candy from Michael Bryant. That may be the only gift I get this year. I've tried to be a good boy. It's hard at my age.
George.
Mayor Lawson is here as well. Let me give these to you, Mayor Lawson.
At any time, as long as there's nothing coming?
Yeah, as long as there's nothing coming.
Oh, you've got the family here and everything, don't you? Just the one. Kim's here, so.
I've got to take my hat off and put this on, and then I put my hat back on.
Sorry about that. You went from black to silver, but it's a beautiful silver.
Oh, you're sweet.
How are you?
That isn't going to work. Wait a minute, George, I'm not ready.
You're about like me, technology challenged.
Yes. Look who's here. Now, I just want you to look at this one, George.
Johnny McIntosh and the guys, Don Foster Realty, here we go.
Hey, guys.
Surf their turf.
Look.
There's Wesley Graves and Don and Lisa and just about everybody from the staff.
Yeah, they're all there.
If you brought the whole staff, you'd need 2 trailers.
I know it, and you what happened? Look at you got us started in all that with the insight thing. You just got us so motivated.
Surf the turf. That's about right, isn't it?
Sure is.
Well, good. I've seen your ads on TV. They look good.
Yeah.
They look good.
Thank you. What do we got here, George?
This is the Girl Scouts. Troop number 61. This is Daisy Girl Scout Troop 61. How have things been going with the city of Richmond? It's been hectic for the holidays, but a lot of stuff happening.
Oh my gosh, George, we got so many things going on. I tell you, I never dreamed I'd need another 4 years, but I'm going to have that other 4 years to get it all done.
Well, the good news is I think you got it. Oh, let's put your microphone up here. There you go. Here you go. Let me drop this here. Let me put this down, and I'll help you out here, Mayor. Well, they've got you all hooked up here. It's not going to go that way.
What can I do otherwise?
We'll switch it to the other side.
Oh.
We'll do it this way.
See, being left-handed, I do everything backwards.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah,
You're
that makes
wrong-handed?
more sense.
There you go.
Yeah, this will work. Now, this makes it good.
Now, this is Mayor Connie Lawson.
Yeah, here.
But it has been hectic, and things are
exciting,
going well,
yeah.
though.
Oh, yeah.
Exciting time.
I tell you, we've got the most wonderful volunteerism in this community. And if anything can tell you, it's this parade. I mean, gosh, what do we got this year? 150-some units?
Well
with
over
counting
100.
everything?
Yeah, well over 100. And not only that, but, it's well over 100 that have showed up. So, you would think this time of year, with the weather being like it is, a lot of the young kids wouldn't be out, but they're all here.
I was up earlier reading to the children in front of the courthouse, and prior to that, the cloggers. And, they start like 4 years old and they go all the way up.
Right.
And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to write Ellen a letter, and I'm going to tell her that I think I've got some Kentuckians can show her some new dance steps. You think she'll invite them to come?
You never can tell.
Wouldn't
She
that
certainly needs some.
Yeah. She needs some new steps, and I think we've got some dancers here that can give them to her. Yeah.
I believe so.
Yeah. Here's
we were talking earlier, to clog all the way down Lancaster Avenue and all the way down Main Street, that takes a little bit of energy.
Well, now, George, I will tell you, they clogged in front of the courthouse earlier, but they just started up on Main Street. They didn't go quite as far as the parade did. I will say that clogging from one end of town to the other is enough without going all the way up Lancaster. But
Well, you shouldn't have said anything.
I shouldn't
I had
have.
made them martyrs there.
well, nobody pays attention to me anyhow, so we'll just let that go.
Or
Look
me.
how cute! Look how cute!
Yeah.
They're Christmas boxes.
This
Your
is a great
daughters are
parade.
certainly enjoying this very much.
Oh, they look forward to this every
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
And they're cold, but they stopped by and they got their hot chocolate on the way, so they're in good shape. Here's some of the Cub Scouts that we have. A lot of scouts every year. Not a
Did you
good
ride
time
the-
of year to
did
be
you ride the
camping
parade?
out. But there they are. They're all set and ready to go. This is pack 20.
Oh, look at that. Look,
the
look,
Cub
he's
Scout.
all tired out. Here's some that we're very proud of is our cyclists, and they do a marvelous job. There's places that these gentlemen can go and patrol that you just can't get a vehicle, so it's really very good.
But they put a lot of baseball cards in their spokes, right?
Yeah. And see, you clip them on with a what is it, a clothespin or something?
Yeah, clothespin.
Going to be about one more generation. They're not going to know what a clothespin was, you know.
Yeah, that's or what to do with the baseball card and the bicycle spokes either.
Yeah.
Waco Cub Scouts there as you see them. There is a huge scouting organization here in Richmond, Madison County.
Yeah, that's interesting. But the one of the they were a guest speaker at Rotary Wednesday, the regional bluegrass. In this unit, I forget how many. There was over 1,000 different scoutings just in Madison County. He said
good.
it was one of their best ones. Hey guys, hey.
Very active.
Yeah, and you know the thing that Robert can tell you we enjoy so much is there's certain badges that they have to do some government visit City Hall and everything, and they come and visit the meetings, and we enjoy seeing them, the scouts.
Yeah, they're required to do so much service work.
Yeah.
There's
Look
pack
at this.
376 there.
Yeah.
Pack 314. That is a great organization. As a young person growing up, got great memories of being a scout.
You know, and if you meet somebody that has been an Eagle Scout, they're usually a leader in the community, and that can be attested to through generations. And to me, that is quite significant. But it's just always the case. I mean, they learn, and I guess it's just kind of like it's just built into them by the scouting discipline.
Yeah, starting as a service organization
Yeah.
at that young. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, the other day at Rotary, he asked former Scouts and Eagle Scouts to hold up their hands. My gosh, you couldn't believe how many of the Rotarians had been involved, and especially to the Eagle.
Well, I didn't make it all that way. I think I got about as far as Pigeon.
Hey, buddy, we're just bragging on all this scouting, and this is one of our number
Hi,
ones.
Whitney, how are you?
Yeah. Well, I was just bragging on your speaker the other day, and we were talking about what great leadership scouting, you know.
Yeah.
But how many did he say? I forget. How many in Madison County do y'all have?
800 scouts
I knew it was-
in Madison County.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
I knew it was close to 1,000. I thought I remembered. That's great.
Goodness gracious. Almost 1,000 here in Madison County.
Yeah.
Here's the guys from the Kids Connection Club.
That's a good group, too. That's
Yeah,
a
it
fun
really
group.
is. It's one thing about being from a community like Richmond and Madison County, you know, there's a lot of groups around here that are kind of grassroots, and kind of, you know, you see them out all the time. They're involved in things like that. You don't see them as much in your major metropolitan areas. You don't see all the, you know, young kids getting out and doing things like this.
I contend, I believe, and I'll go to my grave saying the only way that we're going to get rid of drugs is to rescue the children and the young people from drugs. It's too
Absolutely.
powerful, so we have to keep them busy. And
Absolutely. There's Jim Cox.
Hi, Mr. D. That's his pride and joy, literally.
Oh, yeah. the old classic cars.
Where did Robert go? I was going to turn this back over to him.
I don't know where Robert went. He's probably having a cup of coffee somewhere. Probably back there soaking his feet in it right now.
That wouldn't be a bad idea.
Well, the horrible thing is after that your feet are up all night.
George, you're something. You are something.
You know, we talking about Richmond and Madison County. You know, I work in Lexington, and about half
Well,
the people.
why are you always over here selling me something?
I know you got the money.
Okay.
But, you know, everybody asks. About half of my staff and the management team over there at Insight lives in Richmond or Madison County. And people ask all the time, well, I guess you're going to move to Lexington. It's never crossed my mind.
Oh, no.
The people that I work with, you know, we love it here in Madison County. It's a great pace of life, great place to raise kids. The quality of life is phenomenal with all the things that we have with Lake Rebus Recreational Complex and Gibson Bay. And, you know, we talked about the Madison County Library. And just, there's no reason to ever leave.
No. And, you know, having been in real estate for 40-some years here, I can tell you when the people move here, they stay here. They love it. But it starts from the time they enter the community. We have realtors that, hi Jennifer, that really sell this community. And then we go to the banks and the lenders and the closing people and the attorneys. So they get a good feeling before they ever do anything. In fact, I will tell you a real cute one. Recently, Jerry Abramson visited our community, and I took him out, showed him off our city. And I guess they'd gotten about halfway back to Louisville, and he called me up and he said, now, Mayor, how many acres you got in that Gibson Bay? We're trying to figure out where we can build one of those.
There is nothing like that anywhere. Nothing like that anywhere.
That's what his team said. They were just so impressed. And you know, it was originally, it's just always been the kind of the underlying dream of so many people that it would be like a regional park. And I remember Ed Worley and Debbie Bellairs were primarily the ones that first had this vision.
Right.
And
there's the dentistry for children guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. Yeah.
I'm building a wing on his house, one visit at a time. Dr. Hank and the guys.
Have you gotten into braces yet or any of that? That'll really
we do. Yeah, Ashley's got the braces. So
yeah, okay. So yeah.
There's the
you are building the wings. Yeah. See, there's one of my good realtor friends right there.
Yeah, Bobby. But, you know, you're talking about Gibson Bay, you go out there and you look at the license plates, and while there are a lot of local license plates, you see them from all over.
Oh, and, you know, the thing about the golf course, it's successful, of course.
Obviously.
It's very much successful because of the management we have. Jason, I can't tell people enough, but, you know, he does things like when visitors come, he writes some thank you notes.
He was a good find.
He'll offer to make them motel reservations or, you know, and you can take a job and make whatever you want of it, but when somebody does and goes that much further, I want to thank them and I want to brag on them, and I do. I brag on him all the time, as I do so many city employees. We've got the most dedicated employees.
Yeah. He was a great find. You know, it's wonderful when you can have employees take ownership and, you know, get involved in what they're doing. Yeah, it's wonderful.
He's a fine young man. And I'm sure any place would love to grab him up, but I tell him that they don't hire golf pros with broken legs, so. And let's dance.
Jazzercise, folks.
Hi, darling.
Oh,
how you
you've
doing,
got an invitation to go dancing now.
Oh, I thought maybe it was to Weight Watchers. She's my Weight Watchers teacher too.
I'm surprised she didn't hand me something.
No, you've done well.
I've done pretty good. But my wife has really lost the weight. She looks wonderful.
Like a little girl.
She's done great. Somebody asked me the other day. They said, "Well, if you're so self-conscious about, you know, being in shape, why don't you get in shape?" I said, "Well, I am in shape. It's just the shape I chose is a circle." so I'm in shape.
Oh my goodness!
But yeah, I have been able to keep some of the weight off. But it's tough there at Inside. We've got the candy dish and everybody cooks.
Yeah.
So it's tough.
That's where, and just for example, George, I did 3 lunches yesterday.
Oh, did you really?
Well, I had 11 o'clock and I had a 12 o'clock. I thought I had a 1 o'clock funeral, but it turned out the funeral was 11 o'clock, and I got there just in time to eat. so I said, the food gods are picking on me. I mean, how many people get 3 lunches in one day? But
that's exactly right. But you have to. That's what it's all about. It's eating. It's the holidays. Any
Absolutely.
eating holiday, I'm all about. Here's the Central Kentucky Music Medics.
Oh,
Bring
what's
your
this?
party back to life. That's a party on wheels.
Oh, well, how clever.
You've heard of a paddy wagon?
Yeah?
It's a party wagon.
Oh, okay. Well, this is good.
There you go. Mobile DJ, light show, karaoke. They've got it all.
Ah, this is good.
Then, of course, if you can't make it home, they can just take you home in that. Probably going down there to pick up the cloggers.
George, this building's going to be beautiful when it's finished. But, boy, you should have seen me. I kept saying, maybe they can get to the top before Friday, but they didn't. But see how
Right.
high up they got? They look like they got
yeah.
about 2 or 3 more days' work. But it's been a long time coming. But sitting in my office, I get to watch them.
Get to watch these facades go up, yeah.
And there's putting those windows in and everything and all that was pretty tricky. All those, what do you call those little things that sit in?
I have no idea.
Those.
You'd have to ask the bride about that.
Oh,
Well, you're in
okay.
real estate. You ought to know that.
Well, I probably should. There's just so many things I ought to know that I don't.
That's why I got married. That way I always know everything.
Oh, okay.
She tells me.
Uh-huh.
Here's Phoenix Transportation of Richmond and the Foley Cheerleaders. There you go.
There he
They're
is.
all dressed up tonight.
Whoa, now this is impressive. Impressive.
Now we need to mention the judges, I guess. We've got 3
Yeah.
judges here tonight. David Jones, Nancy Robertson, and Tom Tillman
Oh, my gosh.
from Madison Garden.
Yeah, I had heard that Tom had been selected to do it, and I'm anxious to see what he comes up with. You're not quite sure that these New York guys always understand our Southern art sometimes,
No.
so we'll have to watch and make sure that he does right. Hi, Caroline.
Hi, Caroline. How are you?
We got some things done, didn't we?
Caroline's been with the city for as long as I can remember.
9 years.
9 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
She's
every
with
once in a while she'll
recycling?
come in and she'll say, Mayor, I don't know if I'm getting enough respect. And I say, you wanting a raise? It tickles me to death, because she and I kid all the time. And she'll go out and walk with me on the streets, with the people. And she's
Right.
just so much fun.
We have a jailbird that loves to bark at them when he comes
Okay.
by. And I guess it's been about a year, maybe 2 years ago, that he was jumping up and down on the fence, just losing his mind. And he was waiting on Carolyn to come over from the other side of the street.
Oh, you wanted to
came-
see her.
Yeah, he wanted to see Carolyn.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. She knows everybody.
Oh, yeah.
It tickles me to death. And she'll run up to somebody else. She'll yell, you're not recycling right.
Here's the Mayfield Elementary Cheerleaders.
Hey, guys.
Cheer squad. There you go.
Here they are.
Now here come the Clark Morris Middle School. I believe they're making their way down the street now. It's where my kids go to school, Clark Morris Middle. Ashley and Emily are out there. Molly is at Kit Carson, where I went to school.
Oh, and I've visited out at Clarkmore recently. Had a wonderful, wonderful day. It was Constitution Day, and thank goodness, they sent me my homework ahead of time, because those children about put me on the spot 2 or 3 times. And I said, I'm glad you all sent me a little bit of the questions and answers ahead of time.
You know, the 3 words that I give the most everybody would think would be I don't know, but the one I tell them now is just ask your mother.
Yes. My father did that. And of course,
your
we
mother.
knew Mother was going to say no, but if we could get Daddy to say anything, he would have said yes. Oh, yeah.
Yes, you know, I'll tell you what, I have to sit there and do 6th grade homework, and you just realize it's a good thing the broadcasting thing has worked out.
Yeah. Well, now that's plenty cute. Hi. Hi, girls.
That's the cheer stars that just went by.
Aw.
I believe this is the Cheercats show team that you're looking at now on top of the Whitehall Volunteer Fire Department truck.
Now, what is this one of the gym groups or?
It may be.
Yeah.
It may be.
It's not connected with the school, is it, or do you know?
I don't believe so. There are a lot of those groups like that around here. A lot of gymnastics groups and cheering and dance.
The one out
like
at
that.
Matrix, that's why I was wondering.
Right.
They brought back some pretty big trophies last year.
Oh, did they really?
In fact, I talked to someone. I wanted to know if they were going to be in the parade tonight, and they said no. They were behind. They're going to regional competition next week, and they're not up to par yet, so they're having extra practice. And I thought, wow,
Extra.
I bet all the mothers and daddies love going an extra days to.
That's exactly right. Here's the cheer stars making their way by.
Yeah. Liz Roberts over here.
I believe this is the Cheercats show team that you're looking at now. All bundled up on the back of the white float with the lights.
That's pretty.
It is.
The reindeer moving its head, and that's pretty. There's a lot of work goes in those things. I didn't realize, but my staff kind of informed me. Come up with some more good ideas, Connie.
Okay, how many of them asked for money? You know, okay, now we're going to have to put this float together.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that may be my staff that
Oh.
does that.
Well, I bribed them a little bit. I promised them I'd cook dinner and have them out at the house for the 13th for them doing this.
Is
And,
that right?
Yeah, so I hope that'll be enough. I don't know, my cooking isn't tested very often anymore since I lost Jim, so I'm not
Right.
sure.
I think the bribe that I got with the kids, they wanted to come down, but they were going to stay at home and watch it on television. And,
They're looking at
and then
you.
they decided, well, you know, Madison Garden is down there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think we're doing the Tom Tillman party tonight after this.
Okay, that's a deal. That's a deal. I guess you know that my daughter loves the hot wings, and I pick her up at the airport.
Right.
And you know, I live on the north end of town. We don't stop and let the luggage out. We go straight to the gardens. Straight to the gardens. Then we take the luggage home after we've eaten hot wings. They love the wings.
They're good. They're good.
Uh-huh.
We were down there just the other day before an EKU game.
Because I think they have a lot of, I like a lot of their Italian dishes.
Right.
It's really good.
Two New Yorkers that just wouldn't leave.
Yeah.
You know, actually, they were headed to Florida and just ran out of gas.
Is that what it was? I think the best one they tell all the time is that they want to tell their family they were always wanting to own Madison Gardens. So I guess New Yorkers get a bigger kick out of that than us.
There's the Cheercats.
Yeah, hey. How cute. They're from Irvin. I didn't realize that. Oh.
We have a lot of entries here that are actually, you know, I've seen some from Winchester already, and, you know, some from Irvin. You'll see that.
Oh,
a lot
really?
From Berea. Yeah, you'll see quite a few of them. Yeah.
Well, this is great. This is great.
Yeah, there is every year. Here's Remax Winter Circle. There's staff.
Hey, guys. Hello, Miss Yvette. How are you, Miss Yvette? Yes,
Hi,
we
Yvette.
want some candy. Yes, we want some candy.
I've got 2 pieces of candy so far. Hi, Yvette. Oh, she's found the kids. There's candy canes. All right.
Is this one of yours, daughter?
Oh, Dwight's. There's Barger's towing. As you can see them, you see these Barger's trucks
Jesus.
everywhere.
Yeah. Well, you're going to see right now.
Yeah.
Look at the size of those things.
Man.
I had an appointment for the ambulance board, and Jimmy had called me, and I said, I think that Kenneth Barger, he would know a lot about equipment and everything, and Jimmy says he's made an excellent commissioner, and he's on the ambulance board.
Oh, good.
But people that have been successful like this do want to put back in the community, and I really appreciate his taking the time out of his schedule to serve on this board. I can remember Roger Barger. He'd come in the office at the car lot, and he'd say, "Anybody using that pop bottle?" And no, he'd take it. He'd cash them in. He was
right?
working us. I thought, Lord, if anybody's ever going to be successful, it's going to be that young man, because he was a real go-getter. Always has been.
It's about the pennies. It's about the pennies.
That's what they say.
I see these Barger's trucks all up and down the highway.
Yeah.
You see them everywhere.
I need to try to find our little friend here and let
How
him
cold
take
was
over.
the ride on the carriage, by the way?
It wasn't bad at all.
Bad?
Where it's bad is out on, before you start into town, there's a real bad wind, like out on the Eastern Bypass. But once you started into town, it was not too bad. So.
I thought it was great this year to see all the cars lined up there at Irvin McDowell Park. Did you see that?
Yes, I loved it. I loved it. And I told somebody, we've got a bunch of trucks parked, and I said it's kind of like they're box seats. They're sitting in their trucks in the beds, I told my daughter, I said, now those are really nice box seats.
Got the heater on.
Yeah, yeah. How you doing, Mr. Walson?
It's the right to life, people.
And there's Mr. Wright. How you doing?
Now, how many of you have seen the big blue truck all over Richmond?
Hey, what a clever idea.
Isaac Security and Brockman 4x4.
Yeah.
Big blue truck.
He's promised he's going to take me a ride in that. He says you have to get a ladder to get up in it.
Well, there's my dad's cohort in crime, David Humes from Solid Gospel, WCBR.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think Dad got together and had lunch. Well, he has breakfast with him about every morning. But
Oh, really?
I
Great.
think they all got together and had lunch the other day over in Irvin. Faith Baptist Church being represented now in their school bus. A lot of people out for a cold night. A lot of people out.
A lot of things going on this weekend, George. We don't want to miss any of the bazaars. I know the First Baptist Church on East Main is having a real nice bazaar. The Catholic Church is having a bazaar, and I believe there's one out in the county somewhere. I'm not sure. And then plus we have all the events
Going on in here.
inside here tomorrow. A lot of the stores downtown are having sales. I know they called me and said Irene's is having a big, open house, and they would like everybody to come. And we're going to absolutely, each and every year the downtown just gets prettier and better, thanks to a lot of good people that are buying our buildings and restoring them. And I was so pleased, Ms. Baker, see how she redid the porch and
Really
just
starting to work.
everybody is just concerned to make things look a little better, and I love it. I love it.
Mayor Lawson, when did the revitalization program, the Main Street revitalization, has that been 10 years? Has it been that long?
George, funny that you would ask me that. 1975 was our first
You're
downtown revitalization. Sherwin Sherwin-Williams had just come to town. I pulled some records out the other day. Paul David Jett was chairman. I was secretary. And we had the cutest brochures. And I remember that Sherwin-Williams had just opened the plant, and they sent a paint design person from Cleveland come down, and I went with her. We took a picture of every one of these buildings, and they went back and studied the history of all the style and everything. And all these colors, for the most part, are original, not all of them, but are original to the theme that they brought together in 1975. And then there was another revitalization that I believe Doug Owens was very involved in. It seems to me like that was maybe the late 80s or early 90s. And then, of course, here we go again. But each time, more and better things get done because you don't have to start at the bottom. But no, I was very, that was so interesting. And
75.
I
would have never dreamed that.
Yeah.
You know, I automatically go back, and when I think of, you know, the Main Street revitalization, you think of the overhead wires going down, the light bulbs.
Now, that was the
going
one
up.
that happened.
That was the big one. I guess that was early 90s.
Yeah. Late 80s, yeah.
Late 80s.
What kind of happened was, you know, like the pavers in front of the State Bank, or when it was State Bank, and a lot of the painting first occurred. A lot of this, it's been since redone. A lot of the merchants got involved. I remember Mrs. Back with the dress shop over here. She was very active. A lot of people downtown were very active at that time in sprucing up, and we finally did get the sign ordinance to take the signs down, except if they were like a part of the
original
history.
part of the building, right.